Hello, this is for all the people who couldn't hear at the Softimage Creative User Meeting a few nights ago, and for those who couldn't make it. So I started with trying to render or optimize render the BA shader volume cloud. So if I just open sample scene from rendering fixed theme, there we go. Okay, so if we play this, it's particles with presets on that Holger's made, and the presets are particle, a fractal on each particle. So if I hit render, go full screen, it takes a very long time. So I mean, it's not surprising because, like I said, there's a fractal on each particle, and they're all unique, and they're all casting shadows and la la la. I'm not going to wait for that. I think I've got there. So that's what it looks like when it's rendered. It's nice detail and it's pretty good. It's a good shader. But so what I'm going to try and show you now is not better than that. It's just a different way of getting that, and it works in some instances, like clouds, for example. So what I'm going to do is just get the new particle density to replace this shaper, because the shaper includes, let's see, I mean, I won't go into it. There's stuff going on there that we don't need. So in here, and return, the big thing is we turn off the per particle texture and shape. So I think we did it on this one. We'll just check, because I did that the other night. Yeah, so it's the wrong one. So let's just do this again and turn that off and that off. Okay, so do a little render, and we don't see anything. Okay, well, let's just get a new particle volume then. There. So I don't know why that didn't work, but this is the setup. So a new particle volume cloud and a new particle density. Okay, it's still not that fast, so let's have a look at this. What's going on? I mean, that's normally around here, and yeah, that's really low. So if we put that up, I think 2 is what the other volume cloud setting had actually, but so that's nice and fast now. So that is a super fast render, but it's not per particle. So if we go here again, we want to get some of this nice detail in. So the way to do that and still keep it rendering quick is to add a scalar multi math, that one, and that would go into the input and into the density. Now what we want to do, yeah, we'll leave on subtract and bring a fractal in. So personally I would use BA fractal 4D, which comes with Holger's free shader packs, but I noticed on the demo machine the other day it didn't come with this, so we'll just use this instead, fractal scalar default. Plug this into input, and there we see we're getting the fractal coming out or subtracted from the main particles, which is cool. So let's just tweak that to make it look more cloud-like. Right, so what we need to do here is get the scale of the noise right. So, if we put this up, get more detail. Okay, but that's quite uniform and it's not all that good. So the way to do this really properly is to use the noise and recursion. So what we'll do is keep it on big and put it down at 8. Turn recursion up, so I don't know, 4. So now we get more details and it's doing it each time. So if we increase the scale down, on each time it's making a new fractal, it's getting smaller and smaller, and if we lose off the smooth, we're now seeing it getting a lot of details. And now we need to look at our render settings because we're actually getting less in the aliasing. So let's look at them quick. Just turn that on. I don't know, just do a quick as we can because it's all about optimization. We can use that one for really super quick. I use that because it's weird with fractals, but I just stick with these anyway. Just in line 5. So awesome. So now we're getting a bit better on the details. Now, this is what I wanted to warn about. So we can get a nice fractal in here. I mean, it's not that nice, but you get the general idea. What happens is if I play that through time, go here, this one. Bad things can happen. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate here, is on the edge of these clouds on my test renderings, get a really noisy flicker, which is generally the fractal is too small for the settings you've got in the table. I mean, Holger's probably best to explain how it all works, and I've based a lot of what I know on this from Holger, asking him questions. So what I generally do is make this as big as you can, if you see what I mean. So you go backwards. So if I lower, if I go into the detail of the fractal, if I go here, so I want to scale down as much, bring that down. So you try and get as fine as you can get away with. Too fine, and you do a test render and it might flicker. So you just got to try and get to balance between how many times you're looking up, so it's the size of the volume that it's splitting it up into, and how fine the fractal is with the recursion in here, and a bit with the size. But once you start doing recursions, it doesn't matter so much. So generally, around here is good for that, and I don't know, 2.5. So now it's kind of cloud-like, but I think we can play with the density some more. Where's that? I need to. Yeah, so I think if we go this way, it should eat in. Yeah, and so we want to go this way. So now we're getting a kind of cloudy thing. Now it's not really good for moving particles because you're essentially seeing a movement through a fixed particle, a fixed fractal, sorry. But if you lower the fractal amount down, right, in the scaler here, if we put this up by a large amount, it really eats out the fractal. But we can put this down, I don't know, 0.5 or something, and so it's keeping the original shape and eating some out. It's up to you. I mean, there you go. I'll just show you some more examples of that working. I think we want to go here. So we'll play this. Oh, not working. I think some more. Yeah. So this is a good example with the fractals being eaten in too much, and you'll get a kind of flickering. So you just need to find balance between the amount of cell division and the size of fractals. So here I went overboard and put the fractals bigger, but you can see there's no flicker and it's all nice, and you can still get some fractal detail. And the same thing again, this is it working with hardly any flicker, because if I'd gone any further then it would flicker like crazy. So it's just finding the level that renders quick and doesn't flicker. Okay.